Welcome to the video edition of Net Front Presence. I'm Jeff Gordon of the Post-Dispatch, joined by Ben Frederickson. Well, Ben Fred, the Blues are in the Final Four. They haven't gotten there very many times in modern history. Second time in 4 years, just the fourth time since '70. A very exciting time for Blues fans. Before we look ahead, let's look back on that series and that scene in Game 7. This had to be one of the coolest things you've seen since coming to St. Louis.
Absolutely. And I'll just point out, too, that we started doing these video podcasts as soon as the Blues made the postseason, and we just figured we'd do them as long as the Blues stayed in. So I can't prove that this is the reason the Blues are still in, but I can't prove that it's not. So I just want to point that out there for viewers, for potential sponsors, and just throwing it out there. No, amazing. The Blues Game 7 game win, big win at home for all the different reasons, for the storyline going into it, for the double overtime, Patrick Maroon scoring the goal on Ben Bishop, two St. Louis guys. Patrick Maroon grew up kind of idolizing Ben Bishop. He was a couple years older than him, knew he was a great player, and then for him to score the greasy goal to win the game, a lot of respect between those two guys, and certainly a St. Louis moment. If only just graded Provel could have fallen from the sky, I think would have been the only thing that could have made it more St. Louis-y. John Hamm was there. What a scene, what a moment. And the Blues said it, this is great, we're going to enjoy it, but also, we're only halfway there, so you like where their head is in exiting this series.
Now, going forward, the Blues are going to have to just keep getting better. I mean, yeah, you're right. You've won 8 games. You need to win 16. Now you're going against a very talented San Jose team, which got by another Cinderella team, Colorado, a team loaded. San Jose is with potential Hall of Famers, guys like Joe Thornton. I think Brent Burns might get there someday, even Erik Karlsson. A lot of guys on that team, Joe Pavelski, big name guys, been great players for a long period of time. You look at the Blues, though, and you see room for improvement. You saw guys, the third line, step up against the Dallas Stars and do a great job. But what about the first two lines? In particular, Ben Fred, poor Ryan O'Reilly, either it's fatigue or injury, but he's not been the same guy we saw late in the season, pushing the Blues into the bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. The Stars really kind of altered Ryan O'Reilly's white-knuckle grip on all the face-off advantages. They did something, whether it was the way they played it or if he's just wearing down or what. But I think if I'm the Sharks, I'm looking at that. How do they do that? How can we replicate that? And then the other guy that I'll point to is Vladimir Tarasenko. I know I'm always hard on him, but that's because he's so good. And, he's been good on the power play, not so much in this series because no one was good on the power play in this series. Dallas just crushed everybody's power play, including Nashville's. So you hope that bounces back for the Blues. But Vlad's got to be better at even strength. If I would have told you when we did the first one of these videos that the Blues would have Ryan O'Reilly and Vladimir Tarasenko, in the bottom two spots in terms of plus minus in the postseason, I don't think either of us would have been talking about the Blues making the Western Conference Finals. This is good and bad because it means other guys have stepped up. Look at how Robert Thomas has played. Look at what Pat Maroon has done. And obviously Jordan Binnington has been as advertised, but they do have another level to hit here. They're going to have to get where they want to go, and it's going to take the guys who led them in points and goals this season.
So two things that have to happen: even strength. You need more out of number 91. You need more out of number 90. And, hey, guys, that power play, as Ben Fred said, you got a couple days to work on it. For God's sakes, move the puck quickly, move yourself quickly, take some shots. If you do that, you can win the Western Conference Finals, go play for the Stanley Cup. Wouldn't that be cool? Ben Fred and I would just keep coming back and doing these videos. Until next time, I'm Jeff Gordon. That's Ben Frederickson. See ya.